Hi, this is Rocco Beatrice. I'm the Managing Director for Estate Street Partners, and today I want to talk about what is an estate, what's a trust, how to avoid estate taxes with a trust. Well, a trust is a contract. An estate is something that you own on the date of death. The estate, from the word patrimonio in Italian, which means the estate, everything that the individual owns in his name, patrimonio, what he owns directly, is part of his estate. So an estate tax is a tax on what the individual owns in his name or has access to or an implied ownership of, whatever it is that he owns on the date of his death. So on the date of his death, if he owns nothing, it's not part of the estate tax. It's not part of something that has to be reportable through a probate process. Let me give you an example of something that nobody ever thinks about, and your insurance man, for example, is not going to tell you because it's going to take more time to sell that insurance policy to you. An estate tax applies if the individual on the date of death has an interest in the policy. If he is the incidental owner, for example, of a $10 million policy, it's part of his estate. On the date of his death, he was the owner of the policy. Therefore, the proceeds of that policy, yes, it's supposed to pass tax-free, but the reality is he was the owner of the policy and therefore subject to the estate tax up to 55%. So who should own that policy? A trust. Very simple. You have a $10 million policy subject to an estate tax. If you're not the owner on the date of death, if the trust, which becomes a third-party owner, you don't own it, and therefore you just save taxes on $10 million. For this article and more, please visit our website, ultratrust.com.